Okay. We've done all our quests. So we have no obligation about what we have to go for with this last draft. So hopefully I can just take some cool stuff and build a good deck. But more likely I'll spam grab whatever I can find. Like I'll take whatever the first rare or mythic is and then try and build a deck for that specifically. Yeah, elementals. We're going elementals. Let's do it. Blue-red elementals. We've got an elemental there. That's the only other thing in this pack. So Ashling's Command. We saw this earlier. You choose 2, you create a token that's a copy of target elemental you control. Target player draws 2 cards. Deal 2 damage to each creature target player controls, or create 2 treasures, and you get to pick 2 of those. It's also Eclipsed Kin. It's a 2-1. I thought it was a 2-3 or a 3-2. But it's a 2-1. Yeah, I guess the Ashling's Command could be a Vivid deck, could be an elemental specific deck. I mean, kind of has to have some level of elementals. But yeah, we're going to grab the Ashling's Command and see where it takes us. Ooh, they passed us an elemental. 3 and a red for a 7/3 with the additional cost of Beholden Elemental and exile it. Whenever another elemental you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Great for Commander. And then when this leaves, you return the exiled card to its owner's hand. There's also the Elf Lord, and the Merfolk Lord, and the Rock that cares about creature types. But we're on elementals, so we're taking the rare. Because if we can get a whole bunch of elementals and changelings, we can just go ponch. Because all the changelings also count as elementals. And means that if we focus on like teamer colours, so green, blue, red, we can get a bunch of mana fixing, a load of elemental stuff, a load of changelings, and then also pick up some vivids where we can. As an example, hey look, it's an elemental for 1 and a red, effectively. Is a changeling, so it is an elemental. 2 power, 1 toughness, and during your turn it has first strike. It's an elemental, kind of. Therefore, good enough. We've also got a vivid spell here, but not that fussed about that. Also, the treasures from this help mana fix, which is kind of nice. We've got an elemental, technically. Turns out I'm just going to be grabbing all of these weird common changelings. So this is the 1 and a blue for a 2/2 elemental with flash. Is basically how that reads. Not going to pretend that it has other words. I don't see any other words. Oh look! It's an elemental! Or natural elemental. 2 and a red, 3/2 with reach. That's not bad stats-wise. The 2 toughness is kind of awkward, but it chump blocks all the like 1 power flyers that might be going around. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, deal 3. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. So that currently triggers off my Champion of the Path and my Ashling's Command. But it's either that, the Mana Rock, or the Sizzling Changeling, which is just a 3/2 elemental. I mean, we've got an elemental. We've also got this elemental, which is the Vivid trigger. But I don't know if I care that much about the white one. Or we've got this that comes in and makes an elemental. Maybe we go for the dagger? I got to see how useful the dagger was in that last round. When this creature dies, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Sizzling Changeling isn't terrible. Elementals. What have we got? What we got? None? No elementals? Sad. Guess I'll grab the removal, the pseudo removal spell. Destroy up to one target artifact or enchantment. It is an elemental, technically. Where did all the elementals disappear to is what I want to know. Like, I decided to start grabbing elementals. Suddenly, no elementals around. Let's just grab one of those for the sideboard. Rubbish. Rubbish. Still rubbish. Don't even really want that. Ooh, Doran's a cool card though. Building a Doran deck would be funny. Are there any actual elementals here? Well, there's another Enraged Flamecaster. Or there's a couple of the changelings. At the beginning of each end step, if you put a counter on now. We're gonna steal a Doran for the sideboard. He's not getting into the deck, but he's definitely gonna build a commander deck. A brawl deck, sorry. We're on Arena, we only play Brawl. In real life we play Commander. On Arena we play Brawl. Seriously, where are all the elementals? Like, I guess we've got another Enraged Flamecaster. Or a Chitinous Graspling? We'll grab the Flamecaster for now. There will be more Chitinous Grasplings going around. See? Told you. Boulder Dash deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to any other target. Not terrible. But we want Chitinous Graspling. Elemental. When this creature enters and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Nice. Ooh, big elemental that also has Vivid. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's another Flaring Cinder, but unfortunately I'm going with the Squawk Roaster. When this enters, you make a treasure. Pretty good. Springleaf Drum. Oh no, the Flame Chain. So yeah, first picking Champion of the Path. I did first pick Champion of the Path, didn't I? I think so. No, Ashling's Command is what I first picked. So we've got Tender Sprigs, which finds us off basic lands. Or we've got this 3-drop Mana Rock that is also an elemental. Because I don't think these care about them being elemental creatures. I think they just care about you playing elementals. I think. Whenever another elemental you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power. So wouldn't work with the Mana Rock that isn't a creature. Unless I could, in response to the champion's ability, turn it into a 4/4. I still don't think that would work. We're going to grab the rare. It's not good, it's not getting in the deck. But we're just taking it. Spewer. We've almost got a deck. We've almost got a deck. We've also kind of got 5 colours, because that's black, that's white. But we're only actually playing 3 colours. And for the most part, only actually playing 2... no, if we get rid of that, then we're only kind of splashing into blue. Oh, Moon Shadow's an elemental, but it's also in black. Moonshadow is an elemental, but it's also in black. Which is kind of sad, because I want to be focusing on the red, green, blue ones, so I really want to be grabbing one of these two instead. We'll sideboard the Moonshadow and be mildly upset about it. Like, we have it, it's there. We're just not really doing the thing. No, the reason I immediately grabbed Luminlusk is because it's an elemental that also has a Vivid ability and also has Death Touch, so it trades well. It's also a 4-drop, so it cares about the Flame Kill. Where are they? Enraged Flamecasters. They like it too. That's a giant. Not really what we want. We got another Chitinous Graspling. Or we've got another Stalactite Dagger. We'll grab the Chitinous Graspling. We need 3 more permanents to have our full deck. We're 3 picks into the last pack, so we should have plenty for a deck. Maybe we'll be able to cut the Temporal Cleansing, maybe we won't. Not sure one way or the other. Huh. I mean, we're probably taking that. But also the Sapling Nursery, Affinity for Forests. Landfall, whenever a land you control entity, make a Tree Folk. And 1 and green, exile this card. Tree Folks and Forests you control gain indestructible. And Lorwyn, who's an elf who makes a bunch of worms. When they enter mill 4 cards, then you may put a creature or land card from among the milled cards on top of your library, and then for 5 and tap, gets stuff. Maybe we get the pennon in there as a bit of life gain and a recursion spell. Probably. You're a changeling. By technicality. Not a changeling, an elemental. By technicality. Or we've got the Summit Sentinel. I think we'll go with the Sizzling Changeling. Collective Inferno. Convoke. When this enters, choose a creature type. Double all damage that sources you control of the chosen type would deal. It's kind of great. We'll grab another Mischievous Changeling. We'll grab another Mischievous Changeling. We'll just stick one of these elves in the sideboard. Put the Temporal Cleansing down to my sideboard. Unforgiving Aim into the sideboard. Unforgiving Aim into the sideboard. And I can also cut something else. I don't know if I care to one way or the other. Maybe we cut one of the Mischievous Changelings. There you go. That's the deck. Changelings. Wait, no, we cut the Midnight Tilling. Get that guy back in there. Yeah, elementals. So we got the Dawn Blessed Pennant that we name elementals. Then we got Flame Chain Mauler, 3 Mischievous Sneaklings, a Feisty Spikeling, a Stalactite Dagger, 2 Enraged Flamecasters, a Sizzling Changeling, a Chomping Changeling, 2 Flaring Cinders, a Furdock's Core, a Champion of the Path, a Flamekin Guildweaver, a Squawk Roaster, a Luminlusk, 3 Chitinous Grasplings, a Collective Inferno, and an Ashling's Command. Bit of a random build again, but we're just kind of going 3-color elementals, splashing for a little bit of Vivid. Kind of. Like, we've just got a couple of elementals that happen to have Vivid. This is a bad hand because I've got nowhere near the mana I need. Is there Vine Hand? I can play 2 of them. If I draw land, I can play some others. Keep 6. I'm not really anywhere close to playing. I'm going to put the Sizzling Changeling away, because then the Chitinous allows us to play the Squawk Roaster better. And there's our green. Well, I could have followed them up with a forest. Flame Chain Mauler. Nice. Don't want to swing this in. Yeah. Yeah. No blocks. I'm fine with that. Could have flashed in the 2/2. Oh well. Ah, they're going wide with Timid Shield Bearer, it seems. Or they're just going wide, I guess. Shame that I didn't open the... I didn't draw a land. So... If I do get a land, I can flash in a Mischievous Sneakling and then my Lumen Lusk will gain me more life. I guess. Yeah. Boo. Well, I died. Because again, they just ramped into a Timid Shield Bearer and I didn't get a land, so... Pfft. Great start. But look, I've got this Changeling. Ooh. I'm still very dead. Because you hit me for 7. And I don't kill any of your creatures. Bad start. Very, very bad start. If I do fight many more of those decks, I'll just be like, well, okay then. I think that's my problem. I try and do something weird and goofy, and when I'm at pre-releases, the weird and goofy thing quite often works, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I placed nearer the top end, because my weird and goofy thing was just unexpected by my opponent. And so I managed to pull it off a couple of times. And then when I play it on Arena, it's like I'm doing the same weird and goofy stuff that I've always done, but Arena just punishes me for it for no reason. Where it's just like, oh, you wanted mana? No. Oh, you wanted to play 3 colours? No, you're not going to get your mana. Or, oh, you wanted to play like a couple more spells? We're just going to give you all your land? And it's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll take my lands and sit on them, I guess. It's a bit weird. Like, somehow it's just how it happens, and I do not understand how. Okay, so next time I can go Island, Flame Chain, then turn after I can go Mountain, Enraged Flamecaster, then turn after I can go Mountain, Champion, Beholding the Flame Chain, which will trigger the Enraged Flamecaster, and I can probably attack with the Flamecaster? I don't know. I can do a bunch of stuff. And then my champion can get copied by the Ashling's command. It could be so good. It could be so good. Oh, hi Sig. See, the answer is I have 0 removal in this deck. That's the slight downside here, is my no removal strategy. kind of just makes me sit on it. So far, haven't drawn any of the green part of my deck or any forests, so that's fine. Yep, taking 2 from that unblockable merfolk. Wait, they're also in Teamer? I am confused, but I am okay with this. Behold, champion of the path. Oh, they filtered a green through that to make it white. So foraging wicker more is now a white permanent for the turn. And it's got protection from everything that isn't white, so I can't block it. And Sig is still unblockable. Absolutely fine. I'm about to attempt to do horrible things, so I'm fine with it. Yay, I've got 2 champions of the path and they'll 6 you next turn? Ugh. Ugh. Like I play the Sizzly Changeling and they both hit for 3? And I gain a life when it enters, which would be great. So yeah, I complained about it not working and it immediately had to show me up and be like, no, see, look, your deck's fine. It's like, okay, I'll shut up then. Oh, imagine if I had a Kulrath Zealot in my hand. And I'd get Mountain Kulrath Zealot and 11 them? 12 them? Ooh. Ooh. Whee! Bonk, bonk. Do I just attack with everything? Probably not. Next time I'll just attack with the Sizzling Changeling because I want it to die. What does that do? When this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. Ah. Okay then. I don't want it to though. I'm going to throw this lizard under it. Goodbye, lizard. You died well. Oh. Am I going to top deck a land? Oh, it doesn't matter? Because I just put this back in my hand. And then on my turn I just cast it again and I 3 you? Lizard. 3 damage. Hooray! I did it! Champion. They did bounce one of my champions though, so that was a bit like, oops. But then it was fine, I just replayed the lizard and you got there. I could have brought back the Ashling's command as well and made another champion of the path. And then that would have dealt 7? Okay. Okay, that was something. My deck did something that time. I was completely missing one of my 3 colours, but it did something. Which is good enough. I mean, there's a champion of the path. I'm keeping this hand regardless of what the rest of the hand is. Like, can I play the champion of the path? Yes, then I keep the hand. Do you also play a red? No, you play a white. What if I also have a 2-2? Ah. Yes. I'm willing to trade. You're not willing to trade? That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, initially I was a little bit disappointed because there was nothing to click on this map. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad that there's no like cool things to click on. And then I was like, wait, no, they've built in an entire cool thing. Why am I sad? Behold an elemental. Let's behold. This mana rock. I guess. I guess. Like they also played a mana rock for their turn. It's like, hey look, I've got this mana rock, it's an elemental. Hey look, I've got the same mana rock, it's a merfolk. It's like, nice. You can untap your mana rock. So good. Sizzly changeling. I 3 you. You gonna kill my champion? Are you killing my champion? You're countering my spell. That's fine. Because I've got this elemental as well. Anyway, carry on. Yes, when this becomes tapped, target creature and opponent controls gets minus a bunch of stuff. You probably didn't want to do that. I'm really hoping I draw some non-lands. Drawing some non-lands would be great. Did they just exile cards from the top of my deck? They just stole 2 elementals from me. I couldn't play one of them, to be fair, because... yeah. -3, -0, so that would become a 4-3, so I could still trade. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. They just stole the 2 creatures I was going to draw this game, and now I'm just going to draw lands again, and I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be sad about it. I'm going to have to block something here. How do I want to block? I guess I just chump that. Good game. Good old games. My champion was not enough to single-handedly win me a game. No point blocking, I'm dead regardless. I lose anyway! So there's no point in me blocking at all, because I don't even defeat any of their creatures. Darn. My champion couldn't pull me through that game single-handedly. Okay, let's see if I can get a second win before losing again. Wicked. I've got my mana colours. I can cast 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure, I'll keep. Let's start with a blue, just to make sure I've got the blue there. And we play the red, and we pass the turn. Quick, elemental. Anyway, carry on. You're playing this banner. What are you picking? Merfolk? I see. You appear to be playing a Merfolk deck. Discard a card, draw a card. Worth it. I was like... Oops. I goofed a not attack. Let's play this guy. I don't want to trade those. So I'm not going to. I'm going to sit on it. Yeah, okay, I take 2. Squawk Roaster. Poke you for 2. Discard a card, draw a card. Yeah, Ashling's Command. We like Ashling's Command. Swing with my board. Yeah, much better. Let's make a copy of Squawk Roaster and deal 2 damage to all of your creatures. Pew. Discard a card, draw a card. Make another Squawk Roaster. Heat sideways. Yeah, I was going to say, you sure you're not blocking Squawk Roaster? Because it's going to hit you for 6 and you'll be dead if you don't. Lands, am I right? That's rough, buddy. It do happen. It's not just me. Occasionally other people also get ruined by Arena's drawing system. In where you're like, I'm playing a 2-colour deck, but I only draw planes. And never draw another land from the rest of the game. So I'm just kind of sat there, watching my opponent. And if they don't fear the fact that I'm not doing anything, then they just punch me to death. Oh dear. I do like that they've just got like a bunch of like little poems in the wait screen now. Because everything matters because nothing matters. Night is risen, night has always been, night will always be. The listener's lament. Inescapable, I weep. Oblivion, I rejoice. To become everything is to become nothing. The listener's lament. Are they all just parts of the listener's lament? Because if so, I now want to look it up. They are. If a lie is an absence of truth, but the truth is there is no truth, then all is a lie. And I didn't get to read that last little bit. Something about truth. No mountains. But I kind of want to keep it because I got the Champion of the Path in my hand. Hopefully I'd draw land. I can play the Mischievous Sneakling. Hopefully I would draw land, but we never know. Oh, nice. I drew the mountain. Okay, that's most of the way there. I can now play the Chomping Changeling as well. And this Flame Chain Mauler that I just top-decked. Woo! A 3/3. But what if I wanted to get damage in? Have you considered that? Have you considered that I might just want to get damage in? Yeah. Okay, they're not playing... They're not playing artifacts or enchantments at the moment. And they're probably not going to do so for the rest of the game. So I'm just going to be fine with just dumping stuff on the board. So now I want to play Mischievous Sneakling, then Feisty Spikeling, then Luminous Lusk. Lumin Lusk? No blocks. I'm good. No attack or block. Oh, they're gonna exile enchanted creature. Wee. That's unfortunate. But we're okay because I've now got this 3/4. 3/4 with reach. And hopefully we'll just stop them attacking this turn. Might not, but we'll find out. Yeah, they didn't attack. Perfect. Straight up to one target artifact or enchantment. You haven't got any, so that's fine. Next turn. Yeah. Feisty Spikeling. Yeah. What are you thinking about? Bouncing stuff. That's fine. Whoop. Because you hit me for 5, and then I play the Lumin Lusk and I gain 5. We're fine. We're fine. Look, see? I got that 5 life back. It's like it didn't even happen. It's like it didn't even happen. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay. If I draw a land, I can play both of the 2 things that they got rid of last time. They love bouncing that Chain Mauler. And playing a bunch of flying, just all the flying merfolk. It's like, okay. Yeah, they got me. They use both of those to pump. Oh no, they can just use one to pump one, one to pump the other. I can block like that and I still take 8, so yeah. I didn't have removal. I mean, I kind of had removal. I could have Ashling's commanded instead and it would have gotten rid of one of them. Wouldn't have gotten rid of the other one though, so wouldn't have stopped me dying. Because I needed the blockers. Ah, well. That person was playing removal. We got 2 packs. 3 packs. Oh, we get to open 3 more packs and then we'll call the stream there. We opened a Boggart Curse Crafter for black red. They are a 2 power, 3 toughness creature goblin warlock with death touch. And whenever another goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's really good. So that's a Boggart shenanigans on a creature. or as we like to call them, with legs. So Boggart Shenanigans with the legs. That also has Death Touch, I guess. Glenalendra's Answer. A mythic counter spell, sure. 2 blue for an instant. This spell can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way. Yeah. We got Shimmer Creep, which we saw several times in the draft but didn't take. 4 and a black for a creature elemental, 3 power, 5 toughness, menace, and vivid. So when this enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life for the vivid ability, which is where X is the number of colours among permanents you control. And a Dawnhand Dissident, black for a creature elf warlock, 1 power, 2 toughness. It has tap Blight 1 to surveil 1, and tap Blight 2 to exile target card from a graveyard. And then during your turn you may cast creature spells from among cards you own exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to paying their other costs. Interesting. So it blights your creatures to allow you to play creatures from your exile zone. Oh no, that you've exiled and you exile cards from a graveyard. So you can surveil stuff into your own graveyard. You can exile stuff from any graveyard, and then it allows you to play cards from that you've exiled by removing counters. That's pretty cool. It's a weird little space of just like really cares about blight. We've got a Bone Club Berserker, 3 and a red for a creature goblin berserker, 2 power, 4 toughness, and it has +2/+0 for each other goblin you control. So the more goblins there are, the stronger it is, but it doesn't trample or anything, so it just punches harder. We have a Silver Gill Peddler, 2 and a blue for a creature Merfolk Citizen, 2 power, 3 toughness. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you draw a card, then discard a card. Quite like it. We have a Creekwood Safe Right, 1 and a black for a creature Elf Warrior, 5 power, 5 toughness. It enters with 3 -1/-1 counters, so it comes in as a 2/2. And at the beginning of your end step, if there is an elf card in your graveyard and this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. Pretty nice. And Morkant's Eyes, 1 and a green for a Kindred Enchantment Elf. At the beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1. 4 green, sacrifice this enchantment, create X 2/2 black and green elf creature tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard, activate only as a sorcery. So it's, you slowly pile stuff into your graveyard, and then at a random point you just go, I spend 6 mana and get rid of this, and make a whole bunch of elves. A whole bunch of 2/2 elves. But you can only do that as a sorcery. And then another Bloom Tender. Hi, Bloom Tender. So that was the ad break, unfortunately. So we're going to wait for the ad break to finish. I haven't got enough to do any more drafts. I could deck brew, but we're also going over time now. So I'm going to probably raid. We're going to have a look at who is about.